Hey there, it's Pastor Jamie from church, and I thought it'd be fitting tonight just to give a little update on how things are going and what we're thinking about with the future of the church moving forward. I know the governor came out this week with some sad news, or maybe some exciting news for kids, that the school is going to be not meeting for the rest of the semester, and also with the news that there might be some openings coming up of retail stores and more gathering openings and those kind of things. And so you might have some questions about the future of our church and what that looks like for us on Sundays moving forward. I just want you to know I've been thinking a lot this week about those plans, and we are anxious to get in the building, but then again, there's also some hesitancy because we want to protect the safety of our community and of our people. And so those plans are being drawn up now. I'm going to ask for you to participate in a survey that we're going to put out in our church-wide email, and also we'll post it, I'm sure, on social media as well. We need as many people as possible to give us some input into what you're thinking, maybe your concerns moving forward as we're talking about moving back into the building. Sometime in the late spring, early summer, we're going to be making a transition, hopefully back into indoors for worship. But until then, we are going to continue to do drive-in church on Sunday mornings. I foresee that through the end of this month. Obviously, Sunday is April, going into May, even weeks into May. And as we get more information, we'll try to process that. But we have a plan that we're working on. There's a staffer meeting this Monday. You can be praying for us on Monday as the staffer meeting and talking about this, and then hopefully have something to bring to the deacons the first Sunday in May of a transition plan. And of course, you make a plan right now and it's subject to change because of news and what may happen in the community. But the general sense is that we'll be doing drive-in church for the next couple of weeks, and maybe even for the next month or so. And then possibly doing some transitions back into the building. And that's going to change some things, obviously, in light of what we've been through, and try to make it safe for everyone. We're going to have to change the seating in the worship center, change maybe even making an overflow area, changing some things of how we're doing small groups and whatnot on the campus. And so just bear with us, be patient with us. Just know we're prayerfully considering how we can maximize the safety and minimize the risk of people. I really am striving and praying that God would help us to be the safest place for people to gather in Pickens. And so we're going to take every precaution that we can to make sure that happens. We're not going to be in a rush to get back in the building for that reason. So we're going to continue in drive-in church for the next few weeks. We'll be still doing the YouTube broadcast if you can't make it out to the parking lot. But a couple things that I want to ask you to do. Number one, fill out that survey. That's going to really help us. We're just trying to get your thoughts and attitudes and what your concerns are as we are thinking about these plans for moving back into the building. Secondly, be praying for the team, praying for the staff, praying for all the folks that'll be kind of talking about these plans. And then thirdly, I really want you to stay connected. I can't stress more strongly that you need to be in a connect group. There's still Zoom groups that are meeting throughout the week. A lot of Sunday school classes, connect groups have changed over into Zoom meetings, and they're meeting weekly, and some are meeting even more times than that weekly. If you're not in a Zoom group, you're not in a small group yet, you need to message brent@eastpickens.org so that you can get in a group. Let's stay connected. Let's strive for that, because we're still going to be in this transitional time through the early summer, and I don't foresee a place where there's going to be small groups meeting on our campus, even if we're able to transition into worship services indoors for a while. So don't wait. Get involved in a small group now. There's plenty of opportunity for that. Let's strive for that. Make sure you're checking on people as they come to mind, just shooting people texts and phone calls as people from church come to mind, so that you're checking on folks and praying with people. I think that's really, really important right now, especially as this wears on and people get more and more tired and just mentally stressed, that we're lifting each other up and praying for each other, encouraging each other as much as we can. And I just want to say a big thank you to all the folks who are working behind the scenes. I can't name them all because I will leave somebody out. But all the worship teams, all the musicians and vocalists and worship leaders, our 3 worship leaders for Sunday morning, the tech folks, all the folks that are working on the streaming to get us online, all those teams that are working on the audio side, the setup folks that are showing up at 7:15 on Sunday morning so that you can have a parking lot service. All those safety guys that are in the parking lots that are helping direct traffic and set things up and make sure people are parked in the right places. Those are the heroes right now in my mind. that are really working hard behind the scenes and making this happen. And so I'm really appreciative of all those volunteers. I'm appreciative of all our staff. They've just rallied around this, the student ministry, children's ministry. Even we had a membership class this past week for folks online, and Alan did that. So just everybody is circling the wagons. Brent working with the small groups and missions and trying to keep those still going. The last thing I do want to mention is we're making some funds available to help with folks in need. If they've got some food needs or some utilities needs, we want to really help those that are really struggling right now. And so if you're in that spot, or you've got somebody that you know that needs that would be an extension of Christ's love to some folks in our community, would you please reach out to our church office? Call us at 878-4510, or message Kate, our secretary in the front, kate@eastpickens.org. And she'll try to get that message to the right people. But we really want to help some folks right now during this time. Up to this point, God is really blessing through the offerings of our church. I'm just ecstatic how the folks have continued to fuel the mission of our church, and we want to continue to help folks that are in need as well through our community. So if somebody comes to mind, or you're in that spot and you need that help, please reach out to us. So just know we're working toward some plans for the future. Right now, drive-in church is what we're doing. We're locked into that for these next few weeks, up to probably a month from now or so, at least. And then we'll transition maybe some things in the parking lot. Maybe people can start bringing camp chairs and things maybe toward the end of May, leading into the summer, and kind of still be outdoors as the weather permits and the weather's good for us. And then hopefully transitioning into the building soon. But we're not going to be in a rush. We're just not going to be in a rush. We're going to try to be as safe as we can for everyone and protect our community, and really loving our neighbors is really important during this time. So we're going to still keep practicing social distancing no matter what through this time until the threat is over. So be praying for us. I love you guys. I miss you guys already. If you need something, please reach out. We're here during the week in the offices. We're still trying to minister to folks. I know our pastors have been calling people and just checking on them. You guys are on our heart, and we want to help you through this time. So hopefully we'll see you soon, even if it's just honking through a window in the car or through a text message or a phone call. But I look forward to making these plans and getting back in the building soon. You guys have a great night. Bye.